Hello, this is Dr. Adrian L. Blue, Executive Director of the Wealth Empowerment Centers of America, empowering you for an extraordinary life. And I'm excited about the opportunity to come to you inside of another installment of empowerment. And this installment today we're going to be dealing with is simply 9 ways to creating wealth and becoming generationally wealthy. Now what that simply means is this: there's a difference from making money and creating wealth. You must understand that anytime anybody wants to make money, you have to do it in 2 ways. Either provide a service or sell a product and you've made money. Well, that's great, but if you never create wealth from the money you've made, then guess what happens? You have to continue making money in a succession in order to have anything to pass on to future generations. You know, the scripture says a wise person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, which means each and every one of us have the responsibility to leave something of substantial value, if you will, to our grandchildren. You have to be thinking beyond just you or your children, but your children's children. And I want to show you how the generational wealthy think just that way. That the grandfathers are heroes of their family because they had the fortitude of establishing a business, doing something today that was able to leave money for the family to thrive, not survive, but to go to another place of operation. And that's what I want to teach you today. And so as a wealth building specialist, it's my desire and this program's design to bring you from information to application to demonstration where you can live a life of manifestation, seeing the very things you want to see in your life. And that starts with this first principle. And that's what we're going to deal with today, this very first principle. And principle number 1 in the 9 principles creating wealth and becoming generational wealthy is simply this: change the way you think about money. Change the way you think about money. Why is that? I said it earlier, that if you want to make money, that's simple. Provide a service or sell a product. But if you want to create wealth, you've got to then take the money you've made or the income you've made and transfer that into something more sustaining, that it can literally be put up for either a rainy day without repercussions. Like every time you save in the dollar, the US dollar, the more you hold your savings in a U.S. currency, inflation comes and it affects your savings, ultimately leading you to poverty. Now, we don't want poverty in our lives, we want prosperity. Well, prosperity is a matter of understanding what to do and how to do it. Here's a side note. You know the 2 things that separate the poor from the wealthy? It's simply wisdom and knowledge. See, wealthy people know things that poor people don't. And they have the wisdom to do things that poor people are not. And if you can know what they're doing and how to do what they're doing, you can position yourself that no matter where you are financially today, you can be prepared for a greater tomorrow. How would you like that? You would like that, wouldn't you? Well, go get a pen and paper. I'm about to give you this first principle, which is going to not only bless your life, but it's going to change your life. And I want you to intently listen with more than your ears, with your entire being, as you start creating the life that I believe God has designed for you to have. And that's the life of living the God kind and quality of life, starting by faith, but ending up in works. And that's what we're going to show you today. So the first principle is simply change the way you think about money. Now, how do we do that? Well, first of all, you must understand that the general population has a love-hate relationship when it comes to money. See, the average person resents people who have money, but they spend their entire life trying to build or attain the money the people that they resent have. And it's only simply because they don't understand what money is. The reason why they have no savings, no nest egg for their future generations, is they don't understand the relationship between what real money is and what real money is not. And what is that? And I'm glad you asked this, because I want you to hear this today, that the true money, real money, is gold and silver. Gold and silver becomes a safe haven. It becomes a storehouse of wealth. Gold or silver has never been worth zero and will never be worth zero. It will always be worth something. From the Bible day until today, gold and silver has protected the wealth of many very wealthy people, and they were able to take that wealth that they're saving in and provide it for the next generation and live out their dreams. What if you today, as a grandfather or grandmother, can start preparing for the future generation? What if you can do things that would enable you to build the life you want. Well, this is what I'm going to help you with today. I want you to know the difference. See, please understand, my friends, that when we talk about cash, and here is paperless currency today, when we talk about cash, while it gives us a point or value of exchange, it's not real money. This is only currency that we use as money. Throughout history, if you do your due diligence, you'll see that there's many things that have been used in place of money. Today, we're just on a monetary system that is being printed in vast ways, and the more it's printed, the more you see that individuals who are printing value them, benefit the most, and those like the average person wind up having a great deal of money but costing so much more to buy the average thing. So this is not what you really want. You really don't want money. You want what money gives you. You want the freedom money gives you, what the lifestyle money can give you. That's what you want. If salt can give you that lifestyle, you'll be after salt instead of this paper stuff. But you know what real money is beyond this? Real money is gold and silver. In my hand is a 3-ounce silver piece. This is real money. No matter what happens in my family, no matter what happens with me, I can take this and pass it on to future generations. And as I pass it on, my children and my children's children will have the ability to now have the wealth that I've established today, but they can have it for future generations. And what I love about this too is it protects my labor. It protects my income to a place whereby no matter how much I work, when I exchange my funny money into gold and silver, it positions me to grow my money in a way that is awesome. See, and let me explain to you what I mean. See, cash is like people. It's like a person. It's like a person living, however, it's like a living thing, but it loses value daily. And because it's like a living thing, when you realize that every morning when you wake up, your assets wake up like your money, you can put your money to work for you, positioning you to bring in more passive income than you working off of the sweat of your brow for yourself. And that's what makes the difference between the wealthy and the poor. Wealthy people understand this. And wealthy people are always looking for ways to put this to work instead of this to work. Now, I'm not telling you wealthy people don't work hard. They do. But they work hard for the day when their hard work can start working for them. How would you like that? I would like it. Well, guess what? I'm doing it. And you can do the same thing too. I want you to visit us online at www.goldshops101.com/blueprint. I want to show you how just with its minimum of $25, you can get into a savings program of the gold or silver metal of your choice, that you can take possession of your wealth and protect it and have it ready for the next generation. But first, you got to change the way you think about money. Because if you think that this is money, you're sadly mistaken. This is not money. This is what we use as money. Real money is gold and silver. And gold and silver today, putting your assets in gold and silver, not all of it, but some of it, you're protecting yourself from inflation that will lead to poverty, but you're creating an avenue of prosperity in your life. I want to show you how. This is Dr. Adrian L. Blue, Wealth Building Specialist and Executive Director of Wealth Empowerment Centers of America. I want to hear from you. Let us send you the 9 principles of becoming generationally wealthy and creating wealth free of charge. Write us at Wealth Empowerment Centers of America, P.O. Box 589, Alpharetta, Georgia, 2009. We want you to write us in. The address will be right on the screen. We want to hear from you. And we want you today to consider becoming a prosperity partner with us as we change lives internationally by helping you change lives. Once again, you can reach us right online at www.uniquegoldtribe.com/Team Wacoa. Wacoa is short for Wealth Empowerment Centers of America. Thank you again. Always remember this in conclusion. God created your life, but it's up to you to create the level of your living. You are a co-creator. And I look forward to seeing you at the top because it's too crowded at the bottom. Let's build wealth together to the tangible assets of gold and silver. And you can do it. Principle number 1, change the way you think about money, and you'll see money start manifesting in your life. I'll see you again with principle number 2.